So, let's discuss manhood for a minute. Situation that's both discussed by men and women. Masculinity. A lot of people say you're not a real man if you pay for services. A real man does it himself. In my eyes, that's bullshit. Like, as a youngster, making $200, $300, $400 a week, I learned how to do a lot of things myself. That was my way of cutting corners because I couldn't afford to pay for parts. Couldn't afford to pay for service per hour. I couldn't afford it. So a lot of things that took skill, I learned how to do it myself. I did the research, or I went to a shop and watched other guys do things. I learned how to do things myself. Fast forward, now I make enough money. When I need something done, I'm just gonna pay for it. Flat out and simple. I mean, I know how to wash a car. Like, let's be real. Spent most of my early 20s washing cars, washing my own car. You know, when I lived, you know, under my people and they had a water hose and all of that, of course, I washed my own car all the time. Now, can't pay me to wash my own car. I don't care, bro. Like, not much time that takes out. That's like an hour of your time just to get the car washed in detail. We're not even including vacuuming. You know what I mean? So just imagine if I had 2 to 4 cars to wash. Not many hours that's wasted out of my day. You know what I could have been doing while I'm washing all these cars throughout the day? Wasting my energy? Forget about it. Changing tires. You know, a lot of people say it's a lot of dudes that don't know how to change a tire. You're not a real man if you can't change a tire, blah, 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 whatever. Listen, man. Changing tires is fucking simple. You get the jack, you lift the car, take the crowbar or the air drill, you unscrew the freaking bolts, you remove the tire, and you either have a replacement tire that's already pumped up, or you have a brand new tire and you take the other end of your crowbar with the sharp end and you fucking peel the fucking inside of the tire out until you get it off, and you replace it, you pump the tire, you put it back on, you align it, you take your drill or your crowbar, screw it back in, drop the fucking car. It's simple. But like, let's be real. Most cars come with that stock diamond jack lift, whatever. Ain't nobody finna fucking play with that. If I don't have the necessary tools, I'm not playing with it by myself, okay? Like, if I got AAA, I'm calling AAA. If I actually have the tools needed, proper tools, then I'll do it myself. Like a real jack that they use at the tire shop. But, you know, that requires a man being responsible enough to be prepared to have that. You know what I mean? You have that in your car, you have all your crowbars and your tools and everything, you can do it yourself, no problem. But if you come equipped with that fucking diamond jack, that stock diamond jack that comes with the car, do not ask me to change your tire. Forget about it. Like, I'm calling AAA because they're gonna come, they're gonna have their tools, and they're gonna get this shit done in less than half the time that it would have took me to do it myself. I'm not burning my energy. I'd rather burn my money. That's just me. You know, you can fix sinks, the pipes in toilets, the leaks, whatever. All of this stuff is stuff you could do by yourself, but it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time. So it's like, if you had the money, why not just pay somebody else to do it? I don't have no problem supporting a business, putting money in a young man's pocket. You know what I mean? He's more skilled at what he does. He does this every day. He's skilled. He's properly equipped. You know what I mean? Let him burn his energy. You know what I mean? I'll pay my money and I'll go find something to do with my time that I enjoy doing, instead of wasting my time and energy on something I don't get paid for. That's just me. I would rather spend my money, I would rather spend my energy doing things that I'm getting paid for. Especially at this age now. I'm 35 years old. I don't have the energy to just be doing everything myself. Just don't. That's just me. So you can say a man is not a real man if he doesn't do it himself. As long as he knows how to do it, or he has the money to do it, he can do what he chooses to do. Why does it matter if he knows how to fix shit around the house by himself? Why does that matter? Now, on the flip side, there's pros and cons to not doing things yourself. There's pros and cons to doing things yourself. I'm going to explain that for you right now. If you have a woman, something about her man knowing how to fix things, knowing how to put things together, knowing how to repair things, something about that turns a woman on. Something about that makes a woman feel more at ease. It makes her feel like she has a man. You understand? So, if you're that type, she's going to have hard eyes for you every time you fix something, you repair something. Every time you build something, every time you put something together, she has hard eyes. You know what I mean? And she's going to service you. Service you very well. I'm going to keep it clean, but she's definitely going to express her love for you in more ways than one. You know what I mean? So if you don't know how to do these things, or if you don't show her that you do these things, and you choose the route of paying, you're welcoming another man to be her hero. So when you call a repairman to come fix whatever it is you need to be fixed, whatever the service is, it could be lawn service, it could be car wash, anything around the house, especially when you're not there, there's a slight chance that she's gonna have those hard eyes for him. Because out of those guys who provide those services, installation, handyman work, all of that stuff, garden work, yard work, the pool guy, the plumber, every now and then there's gonna be some young guy with sex appeal. He just might have that sauce to get her to move. You understand? Some of those guys come with sex appeal. And her watching him fix what needs to be fixed is going to turn her on. It's not definite, but it could happen. You know what I mean? And you remember when I just told you, she gets hard eyes, she sees you as a man, she's willing to service you. So, when I say she's willing to service you, that could mean making sure you got refreshments. That could mean fixing you something to eat. That could mean sex. All of those things are supposed to be exclusively for you, her man. But if she's looking at another man with hard eyes, she will give all of that to him. So it's pros and cons to being handy, especially when you have a woman in the picture. Now there's men that don't mind putting in the work themselves. You know what I mean? They'll cut those corners they don't want to pay. And they'll fix everything themselves. Some men will build a house, paint their walls, build a room, fix a whole car. Men will do things themselves. You know what I mean? That's your choice. But all I'm saying is, don't just say that a man is not a real man because he's not being handy, because he prefers to pay for a service versus doing it himself. Like I said, I don't want to put my energy into things that's not going to pay me. I would rather pay a guy that gets paid to do this, that's skilled at this, that has the equipment to do this properly, versus me doing it, taking twice the time, possibly having to start all over because I did a step wrong, I missed a step. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? As long as you know how to do it, you're a man. If you got enough money to pay for it, pay for it. If you want to do it yourself, do it yourself.